What difference does it make? I don't live with.
Let's figure out what kind of stunt this street striker decided to pull. I honestly have no idea. If he just wanted to turn, he jerked the steering wheel way too hard. But judging by that kind of yank, it's like he was trying to pull off an Arab drift. This skid happened because he jerked the steering wheel way too hard, but then he got scared, apparently hit the brakes or just let off the gas, and the car went off in the direction he had yanked it. There were 3 stages at which he could have gotten out of this situation. First, he could have avoided it altogether by just driving at a normal speed. Second, don't jerk the steering wheel. In other words, he could have completed the overtake calmly without yanking the wheel. But even after jerking the wheel like that, he still could have gotten out of the situation. But for that, of course, you have to be a pretty skilled guy. After such a sharp jerk of the wheel, you shouldn't hit the brakes, you should hit the gas. That's exactly what the Arabs do, by the way. They don't hit the brakes, and that's why the car doesn't spin inward into the turn. They keep pressing the gas and straighten it out with the steering wheel. And that's how they basically start drifting. So their speed does drop, because the rear end still ends up perpendicular to the road. But they don't. Lock the car into the turn. You see what I mean? In other words, the rear doesn't swing out, and the weight doesn't shift to the front. And in this way, it stays a controlled movement, because there's still torque on the front wheels, and the front end pulls the car straight. So in this case, if he really wanted to pull off an Arab drift, he should have kept on the gas, turned more to the right, and he wouldn't have crashed anywhere. But with skills like that, it's better to mess around at home.